Don't ever let your hair go dry. Just don't do it. Hi, welcome back to Just Curls. Thank you for tuning back in. My name is Filio, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. Subscribe down below. Join the squad. Okay, so in today's video, we'll be talking about ways on how to handle natural hair. So I've been natural since 2018, and these are just little tips. Yeah, these are just tips I've used in handling my natural hair. So I thought, why don't I share my tips with you guys? And yeah, maybe these tips will be useful for somebody, anybody. Okay, so let's get right into the video. Okay, so tip number 1, find the right products. Okay, so with this, just keep in mind that everybody has different hair, right? So everybody's hair is different. Your hair, it won't exactly be the same as my hair. I mean, this is due to different stuff. It could be different hair types, different hair porosities, but I also feel like even if you had the same hair type, even if you had the same hair porosity or whatever else, your hair is still unique, and a certain product that will work for somebody else, even somebody with the same hair type as you, same hair porosity as you, might not exactly work really well for you. Okay, so when you are looking for natural products, not natural products per se, when you're looking for hair products, like products that you want to use, you need to consider how your hair feels. Okay, so how does this product feel when you use it? You can just really tell if a certain product just does not go well with your hair. You can tell it could, for example, make your hair feel harder, or just make your hair feel drier. It could make your hair feel all tangled up and matted and just not really nice. So, and when your hair loves a certain product, it just does what it's supposed to do. It does what the product says it's supposed to do, right? So as I said, hair can react to products differently, right? So my hair will react to a certain product differently. A product that works really, really well with your hair might just not work at all with my hair. So it's very important to see how your hair feels when you're using a certain product. If a certain product just does not make your hair feel nice, if it makes your hair feel if you just don't like the way you feel after using a certain product, it's probably best to stop using that product because it's just not working for your hair. So I recommend you find out, obviously it's a trial and error situation. You try different products, see how they work on your hair, and if a certain product works really well for your hair, then you stick to that product. If a certain product just does not work for your hair, it's just not good, then you just stop using that product. Just cut ties with it. So yes, it's very important to find a natural product. Just remember that it's not necessarily you who picks the product, but it's your hair. So listen to your hair when you are trying out a new product or you're looking for certain products. It's really important to listen to your hair and see how your hair feels about this product. So if your hair feels really good, then good to go. But if your hair does not like it, then just cut, stand. Don't use it. Okay, so tip number 2, be consistent. So now you have found your hair products, right? You found products that work really well for your hair. So now it's time to build a good hair regimen or a hair routine. So it's very important to build a hair routine according to whatever your goal is in having natural hair. This could be health, this could be length, whatever your goal is, right? So your hair routine or your hair regimen is basically supposed to help you get to your goal, right? Or even once you get to your goal, just help you stick to that certain goal that you want, right? So it's really important to find a good hair routine, and then once you have it, you need to stick to it, because it doesn't make sense if you found a really, really good hair routine and it's a hair routine that will definitely take you to your goal, but you're just not doing it. You're just not doing it, or you do it once, like you do it this month, and then the next time you try it again is in 6 months or something like that, it won't really work, or it will take you longer to get to your goal than if you were consistent with this routine that you use. So this could be like once a week, twice a week, or whatever, the routine, your routine requires repeats from you. Your hair routine won't really help you get to your goal if you're just not consistent with your hair. And hair loves consistency. It really does. And I'm telling you, consistency really works. It works really well. So if you want to survive having natural hair, it's really good to be consistent. So I recommend you do research on hair routines and what they entail, and once you've listened to different people's opinions on hair routines and you've seen what they do with their hair routine, you then derive your own hair routine according to your goals, according to your schedule, just according to you. But please be consistent, stick to your routine, and it will be really good. Consistency, you guys, consistency works. It really works. Tip number 3 is trimming. Okay, so I know this is not a thing everybody likes to do, trimming, but I recommend trimming. I feel like it will especially help with hair growth and retaining your length. It has really helped me with that, but not many people like trimming. Not many people are fans of trimming, or not many people believe in trimming. Like when I was younger and I had relaxed hair, I wanted really long hair, but like my hair never used to grow, but like I just felt like I would see other people trimming their hair, like cutting it, and it didn't make sense to me, because how can you, if you want your hair to grow, why are you cutting it? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of growth? But when I became natural, I just I started trimming. Actually, I started trimming when I was transitioning, so I decided just to transition over a period of time, and then I would just use trimming just to cut the transition, the relaxed hair out of my hair every once in a while. I'll just cut it out. But when I fully went natural, I literally I found the benefits of trimming, because you're stuck, because you're in the same length for months, for years. You just have the same length because your hair is growing, but it literally keeps breaking off at the ends, so you don't really see the growth, right? So when you trim, you're basically cutting out this unhealthy, damaged hair, this split, and you're cutting it out, which then allows your hair to literally just grow out, so yeah, do trim. I really recommend it. It has really helped me. Trim regularly. I trim twice a year. I don't trim all the time, because I'm trying to grow out my hair. I'm trying to get to waist length, so I don't trim all the time. So if your goal is length, don't trim all the time. Just trim once in a while. I do twice a year, so I recommend doing it twice a year. But sometimes though, you just need trimming. Sometimes you can just see that your hair needs trimming, and then you just trim. Like June, right? When June. So I usually trim around June and December is usually the times I trim, right? So I back in April, I really needed a trim. You can tell when your hair really needs a trim. You can just see the split ends and the little ends just sticking out. So I needed a trim, and then I just decided to trim even though it was not my scheduled trimming time. So I just decided to trim because I felt like the hair really needed a trim. So I trimmed and my hair felt good. It felt lighter. I don't know how to explain it, but you just feel good when you just get rid of all that bad stuff. Yes, trim regularly, like possibly twice a year or when needed. So don't trim if your goal is trying to grow your hair. Don't trim all the time, because then obviously that defeats the purpose of hair growth, because you just keep cutting it all the time. Okay, so trim regularly but not all the time, okay, just to get rid of those split ends. So yeah, moisturize. Tip number 4, moisturize. Okay, so this probably should have been like the number 1 tip. This is a very, very important tip. Don't ever, I repeat, don't ever let your hair go dry. Just don't do it. It will just cause you problems. So if you want to be natural, if you want to survive having natural hair, you really need to moisturize your hair. You really need to moisturize your hair regularly, okay? So moisturizing should be one of your top priorities. How do you moisturize? How can you moisturize your hair? Like, you can start by drinking a lot of water. Water is really good, because I feel like when you drink water, it hydrates your whole body, including your scalp, which helps your hair grow as well, and which helps your hair flourish. So drink a lot of water. Water is really good for you. Also, you need to use a lot of water on your hair. So you could use a spray bottle or whatever you have to moisturize your water or hydrate your water. Moisturize water to moisturize your hair or hydrate your hair. Use water and use water-based leave-in conditioners. Those really work really well in keeping your hair moisturized. So yes, don't let your hair go dry. So tip number 5, protective styling. So yes, protective styling is good, especially if you're trying to grow your hair. If your goal is growth, protective styling really, really helps with that. But the type of protective styling you use is very important, because if you say protective styling is now braids, twist outs, those kind of stuff, right? So if you braid your hair, but your braids are always really tight and pulling on your hair, that's not really protective. That's not really a protective style, because it's hurting your hair, right? So make sure that your protective styling is not tight and it does not pull on your hair. It can just be a nice sexy little protective styling that literally protects your hair. Also though, once you have a protective styling, that does not mean you need to stop taking care of your hair. You still need to moisturize your hair. You still need to take really good care of your hair, because once you abandon it in that protective styling, it's not really protecting it as well, because you have literally thrown it away. So yes, once you get braided and stuff like that, obviously it's not as much work as when the hair is out, but you still need to take care of it. You still need to moisturize it, still need to maintain your hair and just give it that vibe. Okay, so tip number 6 is heat. Okay, so too much heat, too much direct heat can cause heat damage. Okay, so this includes your blow dryers and your straighteners and whatever else is there. Don't get used to using blow dryers on your hair every day, or straightness on your hair every day. Don't like use heat on your hair regularly, because then like heat damage happens over time, right? So you use it a lot, then your hair will get like damaged, and then your hair won't like grow, and because it's damaged, you know. Have you ever been in a salon and like someone's hair was getting blow dried, or even your own hair was getting blow dried, and it just smelled like burned hair? You see, that's what heat does. It literally burns your hair. So try to avoid it as much as you can. I mean, if you can't avoid it completely, then you can't avoid it completely. But because, you know, using heat on your hair once in a while won't really damage your hair and won't really hurt your hair. But like that constant heat on your hair is really not good for your hair. So try to avoid heat as much as possible. If you can avoid it completely, that is good, that is even better. But if you can't, just try to reduce the amount of time you put heat on your hair. Okay, heat damage is real, people. It is real, and it's an enemy of progress. Yeah, don't use too much. Don't. Okay, so tip number 7 is time and energy. So natural hair is not easy, and I am pretty sure everybody who has natural hair can attest to that. It is not easy, and sometimes it's just a road that you just don't want to do anymore. You're just like, gosh, why am I doing this? Why am I giving myself so much stress? You know, it's really not easy. So you need to be able to give or to sacrifice a lot of your time for your hair, a lot of your energy. Yeah, you need to be willing to do that. You need to be willing to give in the time to maintain your hair. That's why sometimes wash days take like a whole day, and that's like a whole lot of time that you could have been doing something else, but you're just doing like just maintaining your hair. So yes, if you really want to be natural, or if you really want to stay on that natural tip, especially into doing your routines as well, I think routines take time to do. So yeah, it's very important to just need to be willing to sacrifice some of your time and some of your energy to do your hair. Also, sometimes you need to take time to learn your hair. So even like finding the right product, it will take time. Or you might be lucky and you find it, and you might find it on your first try, and that's great. But sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it's a whole lot of trial and error thing. You try this, it fails. You try something else, it fails, and that takes a lot of time. But it is honestly worth it. In the end, at the end of the day, it's worth it. So yeah, just put in that time and put in that effort and put in that energy, and yeah, you'll be good. So yes, lazy times do come. I get lazy doing my hair, but like try to avoid those as much as possible. Usually what I do though, when I start getting lazy, like taking care of my hair, I just put in a protective style. I mean, I still need to take care of it, but it's less work than when it is out and loose. So then that's what I do. So if you also have lazy days, I recommend you just to put it in a protective styling so that you don't really abandon your hair and let it, you know, get dry, because we don't want dry hair. We don't like dry hair over here. So yes. So tip number 8 is patience. Okay, so this is more of a mindset thing. You need to be patient with your natural hair. This means don't compare your hair to somebody else's hair. Okay, so you might see somebody else's hair, you've big chopped it around the same time, or maybe you've done it earlier and you've just seen their hair has progressed like so much more than your hair, like, or it has grown, because then you start comparing your hair to that person's hair, and then you don't see the beauty in your own hair, and you find your hair inadequate, or you find your hair lacking. which is not cool. Or you might think my hair is not growing because that person's hair is growing really long, really fast, and my hair isn't. But hair is different, right? We spoke about this. Hair is unique and it's different, and it all works in its like pace. So if you're doing everything you need to do, if you're being consistent with your hair regimens, if you're moisturizing, all of that, and literally maintaining your hair and doing what you need, to do with your hair will get there. It will grow. You just need to be patient with your hair. Patience is key, people. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a fruit of the spirit. Okay, so that just shows you how important patience is. Please be patient with your hair. Please do not compare your hair to somebody else's hair. If you are doing what you need to do, if you're moisturizing, if you're consistent, if you're avoiding heat, if you're like doing the things, if you are like really taking care of your hair and really maintaining your hair will get there. You just need to be patient with your hair. Obviously, it might not get there tomorrow or the next day, but it will get there. That person's hair is growing, but yours is growing too. Might not grow at the same pace, and that's okay. I feel like if you compare your hair to somebody else's hair, you just won't see the beauty in your own hair. You will just not, and you won't like it. And that's not what we're trying to do here. Okay, so love your hair, be patient with your hair. So yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope these tips were useful for you. If you have any more tips, stuff that I did not mention, please let us know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Like this video if you like it. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yes, I'll see you in my next